Well, the Go Girlfriend series has certainly been very popular since its introduction onto the New South Wales harness racing calendar, giving mares from all over the state the opportunity to race at various centres before coming to Menangle for the big money. Making the trip down from Maitland is Sarah Rushbrook, and she's here with Adrenaline Rush, and no doubt she's looking for an Adrenaline Rush. I caught up with Sarah prior to the running of the Go Girlfriend. Well, Sarah, good to catch up with the Adrenaline Rush. No doubt you've been looking for one. How did the horse get its name?
Yeah, most definitely looking for one. She's otherwise known as Naughty Nelly. She was very naughty when she was younger, and one way or another she was giving me an adrenaline rush, whether it was a good one or a bad one, so she got adrenaline rush.
Sarah, your career started to unfold as a toddler. Your father, Michael, was a hobby trainer.
He was, yes. Unfortunately, he stopped training when I was around 2-year-old, so I sort of didn't get as involved in them back then as what I am definitely now anyway.
And Michael moved on to become a galloping steward.
He did. We moved to Tamworth, and he was the galloping steward, and I then got involved in the gallops, working for Tim Martin and Mark Mason, and yeah, that was how I started. Oh, I was always rode, but yeah, that was how I started with racehorses.
So how did your career in harness racing start to unfold then?
I can blame John Tapp for that one. I went and stayed with him. He's always been a very close family friend, and I went and stayed with him for a week and said, put me on one, I want to have a drive. And he put me on a beautiful mare called She's a Mountain Girl, and well, that was the end of that. As soon as I'd sat behind one, I was getting back in for sure.
Sarah, it seems to be a common theme that once people start getting involved with horses, in particular the harness horse, they just get hooked and that's the end of it.
Yeah, most definitely. I think if it's in your blood, it's in your blood. I had my father training when I was young. My godfather was a driver, John, close family friend. So it was always in my blood. I dare say it was always going to be the case that I was going to end up in them.
Now let's talk about, you've been here, there and everywhere with your career, but the move to Western Australia, how did that come about?
It actually came about very haphazardly. EI had hit and I was just about to start doing my trial drives to get my licence, and obviously I couldn't do anything with the horses in New South Wales, and I had a friend in Western Australia and she said, come over here. So I did. I just packed everything up and went to Western Australia. Rocked up at Gloucester Park and asked Grant Williams if I could have a job, and he said, yeah, no worries, and I started working for Grant that week.
No doubt a wonderful experience.
Oh, fantastic. Look, Grant's a great horseman, so is his wife Alana. They actually weren't married at the time, but they are now. They're very successful galloping trainers now. I worked with people like Ryan Warwick and Nathan Turvey. We shared a complex with Lindsay Smith, famous galloping trainer. I was very, very grateful and very lucky to have learnt what I did over there with those people.
The move back to New South Wales, March 2020, unfortunately a very bad fall at Inverell, and may have put your career in jeopardy.
Yeah, look, I was actually having the best season I'd ever had. I was getting 5 drives a meeting at the time, and unfortunately that's what happens in racing. That's the risk we run going out there sometimes, and yeah, it was a pretty nasty fall. I broke quite a few bones, and the surgeon told me I'd be out for at least 12 months, and I laughed at him and told him I'd be back in 6, and I was back in 7. So yeah, there was no stopping me. I was always coming back.
And from there you made the move to Queensland. What brought that about?
Yeah, Graham Dwyer I had a horse adrenaline rush actually with Graham Dwyer. When I'd had my fall, she was in the paddock and she had a Q-bred bonus in her, so I decided to offer to Queensland and try and win a bonus with her, which Graham did for me, and he ended up offering me a job. And just unfortunately just wasn't quite getting the opportunities I was hoping for going up there, and probably missing a few friends back home, and decided to come back to New South Wales.
Yeah, that was Feb 2022 and everything's settled down nicely now.
Yeah, look, I'm back I'm in Maitland at the moment, and actually staying with Robin Hosking, and they've looked after me no end there, taken real good care of me. So yeah, look, only got the 2 horses in work at the moment, but yeah, still more to come in.
Yeah, how many numbers would you have?
Well, I've got a 2-year-old at the moment. Unfortunately, I had an Ultimate Art filly, one of very few, and I actually lost her a few weeks ago, unfortunately. She got crook on me. I've still got a beautiful Bling It On filly there to come in. I've got a foal at foot, and just need to find the space for them now.
No doubt with that breeding, you will find a space.
Yes, I will definitely find a space. Look, the mare, old Dorinelli's been a wonderful mare to me. I got her off of Sally Torrens. Sal's been a great supporter of mine as well. She's bred, I think I've had 6 foals out of her, and and they're all beautiful foals. And I mean, the first two mares, they've won 21 races between them. Can't complain.
Yeah, Sally Torrens started out in harness racing, enjoyed a wonderful career, and then has made a big fist of it as far as being involved now in the galloping.
Yes, yep. Look, she still loves the trotters. I actually have another one she owns at the moment, Imperial Snapper, and she actually bred him, and he's her last trotter. And then she's only got gallopers left then. But yeah, no, Sal's been a great help to me over the years. Big supporter.
And Sarah, it's always good to have some nice horses around you, the bread and butter type horses, as we mentioned, and Vinnie Blue Jeans, Christian Shannon, and no doubt Got a Rush is one of the faves.
Oh, most definitely. Look, Vinnie Blue Jeans, I don't know where I'd be without him. He was the first harness racing horse I ever bought to get my licence on and to start driving and training. And I'll tell you what, that horse taught me so much, trainers, people teach you things, but horses teach you more sometimes, and he was wonderful in getting my career going, that horse. Christian Shannon, yeah, he's been a brilliant horse for me. Jackaroo Shannon, I had the support of the Rain Gold and Mari and Peter Neal and Peter Bullock, and then obviously Got a Rush was the first horse I ever bred myself, and yeah, definitely a favourite. She'll be my next broodmare, so.
And no doubt when you're asking questions, people like Craig Clegg and Andrew Wyson come to mind.
Most definitely. Look, Craig was the one I went to after I went back to Tamworth from John's place after sitting behind one, and I said, Craig, get me driving, and he did. And then Andrew Wyson, obviously, he supported me no end with my trial drives. I rocked up to the trials one day and I said, look, can I drive your horse? And he said, oh, who are you? And we ended up with a great relationship, and I drove, my very first winner was for Andy. I wouldn't be where I am without a lot of those guys. Kenny Natty's another one, supported me with drives and helped me a lot with my younger horses. We were stabled right next to each other. So many people to thank for getting me where I am, definitely.
That Tamworth region continues to go from strength to strength.
Certainly does, yeah. Look, now that harness racing have bought the Paceway, they're putting a lot of money and effort into it. There's plenty of horses there, probably not enough racing for them, to be honest. Part of the reason I'm now further south, just for the more racing. But yeah, no, look, going ahead in leaps and bounds at the moment, Tamworth, for sure.
No doubt, as far as guidance is concerned, Robin Hosking, with over 50 years experience in the business, now that he's close by, you can call on him.
Oh, most definitely. Yep, no, beautiful man. And yeah, they look after me, and they, of a morning if I'm at work, they'll say, do you want us to jog your horses for you? So like they often work my horses for me and they'll feed them for me if I need them to. Absolutely beautiful people.
And Sarah, that work you speak about is working with none other than one of the outstanding galloping trainers, Chris Lees.
Yes, yep, working at Ellalong Farm at his pre-training injury complex, spelling complex. And look, I love it out there. It's wonderful, a lot of variety. I can go from putting horses on the water walker to treadmilling horses, looking after injuries. I really enjoy it out there.
You also did some important work as a carer as well.
I certainly did, yeah. For a long time I was a disability carer. I had one major client, her name's Amy Wheelhouse, and her parents are actually now involved in harness racing because of me. They actually they've bought a few brood mares and they're breeding a few of their own, and they're getting right into the harness racing now. Never had a harness horse before.
Well, Sarah, it's been great to catch up with you. Good luck tonight and good luck moving forward.
Thank you very much.